Welcome to the most recent Camp Master Capstone presentation by Barbara Sinclair. Barbara has been a member of the California Master Beekeeper Program since 2016, the original, the OG cohort. Barbara, we're really excited to learn what you've been doing in your area, Long Beach, to achieve this milestone in your beekeeping career. Take it away.
Thank you. Well, I've been an avid gardener and beekeeper since about 2011. And in fact, three of my friends and I co-founded the Long Beach Beekeepers Club. And I've also been gardening at Long Beach Organic Gardens for about 9 years. So it took me forever to decide on a project to do for my capstone. And it occurred to me at some point that um, my natural inclination is to connect people and connect groups. And that's what I've done since I was at a resource center at a women's center for my career. So, we know that plants and honeybees are dependent on each other. Uh, Honeybees, of course, need pollen and nectar, and plants need to be pollinated. So that's one of the reasons I chose this. And I'll just read this, that my goals and objectives were Long Beach Beekeepers and Long Beach Organic Inc. are independent nonprofit organizations committed to community service and education. Long Beach Beekeepers educates the public on the honeybee's vital role in our environment and to encourage safe, sustainable, and responsible beekeeping practices. Long Beach Organic organizes community garden space for local sustainable food production and alleviating food insecurity, and conducts gardening workshops for members of the local community. The synergy between these goals of the two groups has brought them together to work cooperatively to enhance their services to the community by placing Long Beach beekeeper apiaries in Long Beach Organic Gardens and providing classes to the public. So I started out at the Long Beach Beekeepers Apiary at one of the Long Beach Organic Gardens, South 40. Began with just a screened observation wall that provided a fairly safe view of the gardens and visitors. And after a few years, the beekeepers received permission to create an enclosure and began hands-on beekeeping education for the public. Those were 101 beginning classes. But unfortunately, after several years, the owners there chose to develop their property and the garden lease was terminated, which also meant I had to move gardens. But in the meantime, second Long Beach Beekeepers Apiary was built at another garden, the organic Zaffaria Garden across town. This apiary is larger and could accommodate 4 to 6 hives. It was initially the main hub of beekeeping classes, public demonstrations, and honey for the public via donations. So these are some shots of the old Long Beach South 40s garden and its apiary. And as you can see in one of the first two pictures, there's just a wall, which, by the way, was built by uh, um, what am I trying to say? Was built by Boy Scouts for an Eagle project, small Eagle project. Uh, the apiary itself here was built by Long Beach beekeepers. We're lucky enough to have some pretty good carpenters among our membership, so they built this and we began having 101 classes there. We also had a more extensive Be Prepared beekeeping class there. But unfortunately, it had started in 2010 and we lost the lease in 24, which meant we had to move. Um, it was decided by LBO and LBB that the apiary would be taken apart and reconstructed at the new garden, which I'm also now a gardener at. The its namesake, it's for the originator of Long Beach Organic, who was Captain Moore, Captain Charlie Moore, Urban Community Garden. So at that point, I developed a relationship with a local Boy Scout troop and asked them if they could possibly find an Eagle Scout candidate that would be willing to do this, to dismantle one and create the other. Also, in the meantime, Long Beach Organic created another apiary at the Zafaria Garden, and this is a picture of that apiary. It's quite a bit bigger and a bit fancier. And this is one of the classes at 101 classes at Zafaria. And two of the members in the front are, I'm not sure if they're continuing, but they have been camp members. And the one in pink is and they're both Long Beach beekeepers. And they're, I forgot what I was going to say. They're both educators there and manage the hives on behalf of Long Beach beekeepers. That's just a shot of the large Zafaria garden, and our apiary is in the lower right, but it's out of sight. And this is just a shot of uh, a class there. And this is the Boy Scout young man who was an Eagle candidate. And the woman is me and his advisor, and we're looking over the land that was chosen at the Moore Garden, the new Moore Garden for a new apiary. And this is a little film clip of that being built and dismantled and then built. We're very lucky to have a good relationship with Boy Scouts of America. They provided several Eagle Scout projects for us. And here comes Bill Lewis. We are so lucky to have him work with us and come to our meetings and take care of emergencies. And he's just been great. And I'm sure you know who he is. And this is the first class there, taught by Long Beach beekeepers. That's it for that. And there's a picture of the apiary, our pride and joy. We just love it. There are no bees in there. That's before the bees were brought in. That's just a pile of boxes, hiveware. And again, we're so happy to have support from Bill. It's another class. Also, the gentleman in the bee suit is a camper, or I don't know if he's current, but he certainly has been a camper. And another. Okay, at this point is when I decided that there needed to be a formal connection between the two organizations. So this is the preamble in the contract. We did lots of research. I did lots of research with organizations on a connection contract. And this is part of what we came up with. The parties to this agreement shall abide by the terms of this agreement to achieve the following goals and objectives. The objective of this agreement is to provide policies and procedures for the maintenance of the hives at the gardens, define responsibilities for each organization, and establish clear communication between the parties. And these are the groups I researched for their best apiary practices and policies. And as you can see, California Master Beekeepers was one of them. I perused your or our best policies, and local Basque and American Beekeeping Federation, California State Beekeepers, Cyber, which is a wonderful group out of UC Riverside. This is a list of all of my files of iterations going back and forth between the Long Beach beekeepers and Long Beach Organic, um, to try to get every single board member's input, changes. It just went on and on. It took a year to finally get two documents. Well, there's the contract, and then the addendum is the apiary practices. And so that's how long it took. And it took lots and lots of things going back and forth and forth and back. And this is what it felt like to me, herding cats. But finally, there came a time when everyone agreed, the papers were signed, and we were done. And I don't know why that slide doesn't show. I'm going to see if I can scroll all the way down. So I'm sorry that it's not in the right place. Um, but then it's like, okay, we're done. This is our president, Jacob, um, who signed the final papers, and uh, I did not get a picture of the other president from Long Beach Organic. And I don't know if you can see this slide or not, but it's hopes for the future. Hopefully more organic gardens, more apiaries, more camp instructors teaching at the apiaries, and who knows, maybe in the future, a camp hub. And that is all.
Wow, thank you, Barbara. You have been very busy, as we say. You can close down the PowerPoint presentation now, thank you.
Thank you.
And um, based on the incredible and well, it's quite the pioneering spirit that I see, and your initiative in terms of bringing together some partner organizations, the inclusivity of mm, the care and due diligence. I also see we see that you have done to ensure that everybody comes to this final agreement in safety, in reliability and trust. It has taken you quite a while, and you have been able to not only move an apiary, which is often just in itself quite difficult, but you've also been able to reestablish the apiary. You've been able to really solidify some key partnerships, and you're asking some really wonderful questions at the end of it all as well. And the one that, of course, resonates with us is how about we become a camp hub, right? So, with all of that in mind, we are so grateful, and we acknowledge you as a California master beekeeper. Congratulations on your capstone presentation. You are officially now
Thank
a
you.
master beekeeper.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.